What is going on, guys? Welcome to another video on my channel, HAIRLICIOUSLY. If you guys are new to this channel, please make sure to subscribe so that you guys are updated on the latest hair transplant news, hair loss treatments in the pipelines, and any other topics pertaining to hair loss. I've talked about this topic numerous times on many of my videos, and this is by far one of my favorite topics. One of the best ways to treat hair loss and even regrow it is by the use of a derma roller or a microneedling device. Now, some of you guys might know it as a DERMA pen, and there's other variations, but it's simply microneedling is a very popular cosmetic procedure that is known to not only treat wrinkles, but also scars, stretch marks, if you guys have acne on the face, and other signs of aging on the face. But for today's video, more importantly, just like facial microneedling, the scalp's healing mechanism response to these micro injuries caused by microneedling or derma rolling leads to important growth factors and stem cells in the scalp, as well as hair growth related genes to create an increase in hair production. There has been many scientific studies and a bunch of articles that confirm the efficacy in microneedling and derma rolling to regrow hair. So there is no doubt that this method actually works in helping regrow hair. And also it's backed up by countless number of people, including myself, who have actually done this and have had success in regrowing hair on thinning areas on their scalps. One of the best ways to regrow hair with microneedling, as you guys might know, is to supplement it by using minoxidil 5% twice a day, which actually has shown to have the most increase in hair growth in men. So I wanted to share with you guys some before and after photos of people who were using microneedling devices and also the derma roller to promote hair growth. And I did a lot of research on various hair loss forums and found some pretty impressive before and after photos of people who were using microneedling. Please note that some of these people that were using microneedling were using different combinations of things that can obviously influence and affect their final results. So, some people were using it in conjunction with minoxidil 5% or even 2%. Other people were using 5-alpha reductase inhibitors such as Finasteride or Finasteride, essential oils, different types of DHT blocking shampoos or topicals. And some people just straight up just used microneedling device by itself. So sometimes it's kind of difficult to know the true influence that microneedling actually had. But we do have scientific data. They do confirm the efficacy of microneedling, and like I mentioned, there's a great number of people who feel that some form of microneedling has been a real difference maker for them, no matter what topicals or hair loss drugs they were actually on. So let's go ahead and take a look at some before and after photos of microneedling users, as well as some scientific studies and their regimen, so that we can go ahead and see and assess their before and after photos to see exactly how much of an effect that minoxidil or any other topical with microneedling actually had. So this first photo is one of the most popular Indian studies that was done on microneedling. And in 2013, Indian patients were using a derma roller 1.5 millimeter once a week with 5% minoxidil topical application twice a day for 12 weeks. The results are spectacular, as you guys can see, from a huge improvement from the pre-treatment baseline to post-treatment at week 12. Now, next up, we have a Chinese study which was done in 2017 where a dermal pen device was used at a depth of 1.5 millimeters to 2.5 millimeters every 2 weeks, and minoxidil 5% was used twice a day. So the results that you guys see are at 24 weeks, which shows great crown density improvement as well as the frontal hairline regrowth. So this is actually one of the pretty good results that I actually found. Next guy is a guy that I found on Reddit who was using minoxidil 5%. He was also using Nice Roll shampoo. He was taking Biotin supplement and also using 2.0 millimeter weekly microneedling with a derma pen and derma rolling occasionally. So here are the results at 6 months later. Next up, we have a guy who was using 1.5 millimeter derma roller once a week, minoxidil twice a day. He also took zinc, vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin B6, and these are the results after 12 months. So it's crazy how much hair growth he actually saw from taking all these supplements and using microneedling device. All right, so the next guy we have, he was using a 1.5 millimeter derma roller with 192 needles, and he says that it actually drew blood, which he thinks that it's actually required He was using this once a week, and he also used it with minoxidil twice a day for the first month and a half, and then he was only using the microneedling thereafter. Next person was using a microneedling device, 2 millimeters, only on a weekly basis with a bunch of other oral supplements and essential oils. And this is the final result at 9 months with 3 months between each photo that you guys see. Next person we have was using 1.5 millimeter DERMA pen once per every 10 days. Minoxidil 5% twice a day, and at his 5-month mark, this is his results. So pretty good mid-scalp coverage, and it really shows the efficacy of microneedling when he was using it in conjunction with minoxidil. All right, next guy was using a 2.5 millimeter derma roller once a week. Minoxidil, dutasteride, caffeine, eucalyptus once a week, and he claims he saw results as early as 3 months in. But this is a photo of him at 6 months after, which also shows some pretty good results. Next guy we have person who was using a 1.5 millimeter derma roller once a week, Nizoral once a week. He was taking zinc, and he was also including scalp massages for 5 minutes a day. So this is his results after 5 months, which is pretty fantastic. And as you guys recall, I did a video on loosening up the scalp through different types of massages to go ahead and reduce the calcification, which is known to be one of the main causes of hair loss. All right, next guy, he was using a 1.5 millimeter derma pen once a week, minoxidil twice a day. He was taking vitamin E oil, coconut oil, and peppermint oil. The results that you guys see are at 3 months. Now, there's definitely growth on the crown and also the mid-scalp, and even on his temples on both sides. So with the use of Finasteride, this guy should actually be seeing better results than what he's seeing right now. All right, next up is a Chinese man who was using a 1 millimeter derma roller twice a day, minoxidil once a day, and he started using Finasteride, although he did say that he saw good results prior to using Finasteride. So this is his 2-year post-op results. Pretty good. Next guy has been on the big 3. If you guys don't know what the big 3 is, it consists of Finasteride, Nizoral shampoo, and minoxidil 5%. And he was using it for 14 months. He microneedles every week using a 192 needle. And after 14 months, his results look pretty good. There's a lot of hair regrowth all throughout his scalp. So I'm very happy for him. Next guy was using a 1.75 millimeter to 2 millimeter microneedling using a derma pen every week with Lipogain brand minoxidil once a day, and also rosemary oil once a day. So this guy had also some pretty good results. Next up, this guy was using a 2 millimeter derma roller once a week and taking L-carnitine. After 3 months, this is what he got. So it's pretty good results, and you can even see, his new hair follicles on the photo on the right. So it is nevertheless very impressive, and I'm very happy for this guy as well. Next guy was using a 1.5 millimeter to 1.75 millimeter derma pen needling every 10 days, 5% minoxidil foam 2 times a day. He was taking Biotin, vitamin D3, and vitamin K2. So the results that you guys see are at 2 and 3 months. Next up, 1.5 millimeter derma rolling weekly, 1.5 milliliters of minoxidil twice a day, and he was avoiding it on the days he was microneedling. This is his results at 3 months. So a lot of people, they do skip days where if they do end up using minoxidil, they don't microneedle because it can actually cause absorption, and that's when you guys end up with some of the side effects. All right, so the next guy was using a minoxidil 5% foam twice a day, 1 millimeter derma roller for 1 month every week, and then eventually switched to 2 millimeters derma pen weekly. He was also using pumpkin seed oil and Nizoral 2 to 3 times a week. The results you guys see are at 7 months. Next guy has been using the derma pen 1.6 millimeter weekly. He was using the 12 needle gauge. He was using minoxidil foam 1 time per day every other night. The results after 6 weeks, and you guys can see some pretty good temple regrowth. Next up, this guy had some pretty good results using 1.5 millimeter derma rolling weekly, Lipogain twice a day. He was also taking 1 hair omega pill and the big 3 shampoo. These are the results 3 months before and after, and this is probably one of the best that I've ever seen, and I really have to attribute this to the fact that he was microneedling on a religious basis. The last example that I wanted to show you guys is a user of a 0.5 millimeter derma roller 1 time a week, a topical mixture daily of salt palmetto, pumpkin seed oil, castor oil. He was also taking stinging nettle and also peppermint and apple cider vinegar rinse prior to needling and Paula's Choice Scalp Exfoliator prior to needling as well. The first photo is 3 months results followed by 9-month results after using the said regimen. There is no doubt that microneedling and dermarolling actually plays a significant role in its ability to regenerate hair, and it has actually been proven through multiple scientific articles and studies, as well as countless number of people who have been using it, and you guys can obviously tell from the before and after photos that it does work. If you guys never have tried microneedling or dermarolling, give it a try. You guys have nothing to lose, and you can see how well you respond to it. So you can actually purchase your very own microneedling device and derm roller on my website at HAIRLICIOUSLY.com. Make sure to visit by clicking on the link above. The current one that I do sell is this one here. So the nice thing about this is that you guys can actually adjust the needle size by going ahead and turning this little dial. I also do sell the derma roller of 1.5 millimeters, so you guys can take a look. I'm also in the process of coming up with my shampoo brand, my daily supplement. Make sure to stay tuned. If you guys haven't done so, make sure to subscribe. Once again, guys, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time. Take care.